Aquaculture has been around the world as far back as the early 1920s. In Kenya, aquaculture is a relatively new term. Fishing, one of the elements of aquaculture, is not. Fishing began in Kenya in the early 1900s as sport fishing for the colonialists at the time. They would use trouts for fishing. This progressed into static pond culture of species such as tilapia, common carp, and catfish. The beginning of small-scale fish farming in Kenya boomed in the 1960s, with rural farmers turning to the fish species such as Nile tilapia and catfish. In present day, fish farming has boomed in Kenya and is now attracting aspiring farmers across the world, such as Jane Warunge. Jane was living and working with her beloved husband in the United States of America when the opportunity to come back to Kenya came up. Inspired by their friends abroad who are avid fish farmers, they set up the now commonly known Jasa Farm in Thika.
I started one of my friends, or some of my friends. They had a farm in the US, in North Carolina. I had some money, I built the structures, the fence. and the building, because this is not the first one. I had another one. Still, I did the same thing, because those pots were stone built. I built it with stone. It's pole which is structured with stone. So I demolished it. So I came back here and I started another fresh, November last year. I decided to come here because it's near the river, and I put a borehole, because the other side I was buying water and municipality water. So it was so squeezing for me. I had been using a lot of money and no return. That's why we thought to come and do it here, because this plot used to be mine too. All these tanks, we have catfish over there. Those are the blue dust. Those are the blue dust. The first tank is the blue dust. The second tank is another blue dust. And this one, these are tilapia fingerlings, very small for 1 month, these ones. And this one still there is tilapia too. And the other one is tilapia, tilapia. The small ones is only the catfish. And the two pots, these ones with black nets, is the blue dust, tilapia blue dust. Blue dust are the mothers of the small fingerlings. And the why I keep them is so that we can be able to bring the fingerlings, to breed the fingerlings, or to spawn them. Because when I spawn, I keep them for 2 months, and then when they get ready, I sell them out to the small scale farmers. Now we have tilapia and catfish. Yes. But at the moment we are stopping catfish because catfish has no market. It has no market because it grow faster, but the problem what we have is on the feed. If you don't feed well, the catfish cannot grow well and don't have a market. Because they are big, they jump out.